It's good. Um, can't be too loud in the hospital right now. I can't sleep. And I got a tournament coming up on 2 days on Friday. Playing against high schoolers, but they're gonna cook me. And there's some good players that are gonna be showing up. So let's brush up on our doubles knowledge. Okay. So before I get started on the game, and we're gonna be watching the 2025 men's opens doubles. We have Los. I don't know how to say his name. Los or Los and Timbo versus Carlin and Allan. I don't know who's who, but I'm gonna say this guy's Carlin. This guy's Allan, just based off the order. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, I'm also gonna use this like PowerPoint. You guys can see it just to kind of display how the doubles shot placement would work. And doubles is definitely a lot more different than singles. In singles, you can. It's pretty easy to put the ball like in the opposite corner where the opponent isn't. If you have some angle, then your opponent might not get it yet to make them run. But in doubles, actually there's two key differences. One, there's two players there. So they say at the right corner, there's going to be someone in the right corner to pick it up, and there's going to be someone in the left corner to pick it up. So there's twice the amount of enemy opponents, but it's also you have the benefit of having one partner, which means that your opponents, right, instead of them having just one obstacle, right, which would be you in a singles game, they have two, which is you and your partner. Another thing is when I think about doubles, right? Like let's say you are, you know, you're here and you're like, the blue team is returning the ball, okay, and they're shooting anywhere. When they're up there, I think the general like system of thinking that I have is that the opponents they have like three openings to shoot from, right? If they're behind you. So this is opening A, like 1, 2, and 3. Or they could just get in front. Right? If they get in front, then then there's also this space opens up in front. Okay, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, whatever. I'll do it later. But yeah, so and your opponents they have three shots, right? And then when your opponents they're making their shot, right? Let's say orange is behind. Orange is behind the blue, right? And the ball is coming to the right. Imagine like a cone, like a field of vision. That's the shots that they can make. So let me see if I can. This, right, is basically their shot cone, right? So like this much of the wall. And then that part is usually blocked off. Let's say if the ball is coming down this way, then this is their shot cone. Okay. Or like let's say like there, right? Because the angle is more like steep because this guy is not blocking. Okay. So yeah, I think in this game I watched a little bit, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes of it. You see a lot of players that are gonna be kind of shooting the ball. Like blue team, they'll be shooting the ball down the middle, right, in this kind of area. And I think what that does is, let's say the power is returning it, he has less shots. Okay, and if he returns it up to the enemy, now he's in front again, and maybe he can place the ball in a better position. I don't know. I think I'm really bad at doubles, and singles is much more straightforward for me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something, but it's good to watch the game and see where the shots are placed and what I could do better. Right? But anyways, let's get into it. And I want to say a few things before we start. From what I've seen so far, let's say this is Allan. Okay, this is Carlin. Um, Allan is pretty good at positioning himself in front of the enemy support, and Carlin does it sometimes too. But I think Allan um, kind of does it like pretty consistently, where he, like, let's say Lowe's will shoot the ball right in front of Timbo. Allan will kind of move beforehand and get ready. And some techniques that I've been kind of taught, when you're playing singles, like let's say I was watching David Velez versus Nas, right? They really like to place the ball right in front of themselves. So the ball either dies in front of them or it goes like right past their side. And when that happens, right, like I said, you can't like shoot the ball this way because let's say the ball drops down to the right of the blue player. Like this much, this area is blocked. Okay. So the shots that the orange player has left is shots down here or down there, right, towards the right side. And in singles, in singles and doubles, you still have the same option of putting the ball in front of you, right? Um, but in doubles, you also have the option of killing the ball in front of your partner. Right? So let's say blue, right? The ball's coming down to him, okay, and ball is at his hand, right? He's going for a kill. He can place it either in front of himself or he could put it in front of his partner. Right? So let's say he puts it in front of his partner and goes like right there, okay. Actually, no, it'd be less of an angle. It'd go here, and then the ball would come down here, right in front of his partner, like to the right of his partner. The thing that you'll see Allan do sometimes is he will come over in front of Timbo, right? And when you're shooting, let's say like the blue player, he was to shoot in front of himself, okay, down here. Then the orange is kind of like stuck until he makes that shot, and he has a little less time to position. But even before, let's say the blue, so Los is making the shot in front of his partner, in front of Timbo. Even before he's making the shot, Allan can walk up around Timbo and get ready for the shot. So now Allan is in front of Timbo, and you'll see that's when Allan's in front of Timbo and he hits a roller or like a kill in front of himself, right? And Timbo doesn't get it because Timbo doesn't, he doesn't position himself for the kill. And also sometimes the kill is just so crispy, it's so hard to get. So I think it's kind of situational. Like doubles game, you really have to have a lot of on the spot thinking of where to put the ball. You need to see and there's going to be some times where you need to see like where um the enemy player is, right? Like if you're playing singles, okay, let's say both players are, both teams are in the back, right? Blue's turn to return the ball, and instead of standing here, right? Instead of Allan standing here, he's standing here. So now you have three. Like blue can put the ball anywhere on the court, okay, and orange can kind of, if they're standing behind, they kind of have three openings to return the ball, right? Opening 1, opening 2, and then opening 3. Right, but opening 3 is much harder to get, right? Opening 1 and 2 are covered both by this guy, okay? He's kind of just standing behind. But this guy, he's standing kind of to the left and behind Timbo. So if the ball lands around here, or if you hit a corner kill and it lands like out here, right, it's much harder for this guy to get. So I just want to say, like, yeah, be aware of where everyone is on the court and where the blocks are, right? Where you're being blocked and where you're blocking your opponent. All right, let's just watch the video. All right. I'm really not gonna have any idea what's going on, and the games go by too fast for me to kind of really understand. I might play it back a lot of times, but a lot of things I might just skip over.
1-0.
But he killed the first part.
2-0.
Behind himself. I mean, either way, it's hard. I think behind him on the left, easier to get. Behind him on the right.
2-0.
His closer fire. So I think something that Allan does is not even that he plays like the shot placement very well. I think he plays the shot placement very well. But he also has like a very good technical execution. Like he's able to hit those like kills and those rollers. Like Lowe's hit like kind of a setup shot where the first bounce was like here it's not too high and it's not too low, right? To the point that it was like rolling and he had to run up to get it. It was kind of like here and then it dropped right to his hand down here, like a little bit at waist height. Let's watch it. Okay, so he returned it and the ball landed right here, which is like a very comfortable height for Allan to kill. And he kills right in front of him too. Okay. So, Allan's gonna do this a few times, and it's very satisfying to watch because like the kills are also so crispy, which makes the ball hard to get. And he doesn't hit it with too much angle, or else he'd be able to get it. He puts it just right there, right in front of himself, perfectly, like down his midline, so that Timbo can't get it. It's very hard for him to get it. If there's more angle, he can get it, or maybe he can step out and return with his right hand. But because it puts it so much like right in front of himself, Tim would have to step out and then step back in, right? But if you put it with a little too much angle, right, a little bit of miss hit, Timbo can just step out and then return it, right? But because he puts it so crispy right in front of himself, right, not to the left of himself, right in front of himself, Timbo needs to take an extra step. And the thing is, like, I think Timbo plays the positioning okay. At first, I was thinking, why doesn't he just, right after when Los is returning, why doesn't he walk up in front of Allan? But the thing is, the right side is so open, and as a support player, you have to watch out for the right side. So if he blocks himself out by standing to the left of Allan, they're just going to kill the right corner. So you kind of have to stand behind and read your opponents to make sure that you're not giving them like blatant obvious openings, but also prepare yourself for whatever you think they're going to go for. I think Allan just hit a really great shot.
3-0.
Now I owe Pinto and David Velez.
Block.
I
don't know what you mean.
don't know much about it.
Now I owe Pinto and David Velez.
Block.
Yeah, I don't know. Too young.
I don't know what you
I didn't see any direction. I think another thing, I don't really ball. I don't know when
You
to.
got one serve. 3-0.
Yeah, Bishop, I think you could get by.
Yeah, you got two shots. All right. 3-0.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm ready.
Yeah, because that was something I noticed. Like I said, he walks up in front of Allan to get the ball. And there's 1, 2, 3 openings. Okay. I think if he killed in front of partner, it would have been good. But something kind of like is well within the rules. It's not slimy, but he boxes out Allan here. Like, watch the way he steps. Okay, so he's not just stepping to the side. He places his left foot in front of him and keeps his right foot behind Allan. Basically, Allan is kind of like his arm is touching Timbo's back, like that. All right, and he just he stands his ground so that Allan can. Yeah.
0-3.
You. Thank you. Out.
1-3.
Great shot by him. I was running from him. I didn't see the kill.
Second server,
So
1-3.
crispy. Okay. So I love this rally. It's just because Allan's ending was, very clean. But it's so hard for me to understand how the rally could have been better for Timbo and Los, right? For Los, I don't. I'm just gonna say his name, however. Where could they have ended? I think one thing about like Los or Los is that he doesn't really seem to hit like rally ending shots like Timbo does. Like he hits some kills in front of him where he'll hit like an angled shot, which will either push someone off the court and they can't get it, or it'll lead to a setup. But I think Los usually just kind of plays like defensive, like he just returns the ball. So I'm gonna watch it one more time to see if there's any part in which he could have ended the rally. So I think here I was thinking maybe he could probably kill it in front of Timbo, right? Because Timbo's blocking Allan. And there's kind of like a lot of space here. So maybe if he hit like a really crispy right corner. Yeah, maybe he could have hit a really crispy right corner. But that's kind of difficult, especially because the ball's coming right by him, right? You have to like kind of get some good vision on the ball, and then be swiping with your left. But he's swiping with his right, so you have to go all the way over to the right just to get like that rightward angle on the ball with his right hand. Is kind of awkward. And if you kind of don't get it right, then he has like a very open shot, and you can see like maybe he could like kill it, either drive it past Timbo or kill it in front of his partner again, right? But I think this shot has some potential because it was low, right? And this is like you can see like the kill down the right. But another thing is I was thinking maybe he could kill it in front of Timbo, but Timbo's kind of close to Carlin, right? So if he kills it in front of Timbo, if it's like really crispy, I think it's good. But if not, then one of these two will pick it up because both of these guys are watching this area. Right? And Carlin's kind of he's up there. He could probably get the ball. And yeah, I think ideally I would go for like a right corner there. And if not, I would kind of kill in front of Timbo. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he just hits it in front of him. In front of Carlin. Okay, that's a close shot. And it gets like a setup. So here, he hits a shot to the left, which I think is great because both players are here, right? They're covering opening 2 and 3, and opening 1 is kind of exposed, right? But Carlin just has a great get. Even though he's being blocked, he still gets the ball, which I think is great. If it was a little crispier, I think it would have been much harder for him to get it. And he gets it up like with pretty good like speed too. You know. Let's see if Timbo could have played the setup a little better. I'll say that's kind of yeah, so that's it to the middle. Yeah, I think most bases were covered. Between here, here, and here, and he wasn't in a position really to hit here. Like maybe if he adjusted his shift, he shifted it a step, like half a step more to the right, he could roll either in front of him or kill like here. And it'd be hard for Allan to get it, but okay. And then Los does a thing again where like he kind of gives like an easier shot to Allan. If he hit like a lob, right? Because he's being blocked here. If he hit a lob either like here, I think here would be good, right? Because it's hard for him to get it because he's blocked this way. If he hits a lob here, it's kind of easier for him to get because he has a little bit of walking space here. Like Allan has a little bit of walking space here, but not here because Timbo is directly blocking. So if he hits a lob here, Carlin has to get it. He gets pushed back, and maybe you can go from there. Hit a shot. After he's pushed back, you can kill it either in front of you or a little bit to the left, maybe because he's going to be back here. He doesn't have a clear path this way. The second pass is here, or you can hit it all the way to the right, and he has to run all the way out for it. I think a lob here would be good, right, to push him back. Lob here is probably also okay, right, because he's so far up. But yeah, like you'll see here, he's behind Timbo. And you see him repositioning in front of Timbo because he sees the kill. And that's what I love about this play. He positions himself, not only does he position himself to return the ball, he doesn't just return the ball, he kills it. Or he like rolls it. Like it's so crispy.
Let's go. Can I see the ball, please? Larry, I didn't know all. 3-1.
These guys are crazy on their hand, by the way.
3-1.
I think Purple is playing like last one. All bounce weird. Okay. So I think that's like the kind of lob I was thinking about. Let me go back to this one. Pushes him back. Now they're both in the back again. Just leave anything like this. Okay.
Got him! We get him like this. I'm sorry?
I think the lob.
I would have to ask Jared. Ask him changing out. They've been playing like that yesterday.
What's that?
Yeah, but you can't. I know you don't, but I'm saying don't
Especially
change it now.
he was
All
right.
right.
Like in general, like a very simple guideline that I like to follow is in doubles or in singles. If you're in the back, lob it up. Right? It's not like about like, and I consider a lob, by the way. Like, let me go back to my PowerPoint. This is straddle line, okay, and this is imagine another halfway line between the straddle and the long line. If a lob lands in that like back 25% of the inbox, that's kind of what I would consider like an okay lob. Right? Of course, if it lands right here, that's great. Or if it lands right here, it's great. But back 25% is like I would say is a lob. The first bounce, right? Some people they hit it high, and then the first bounce like lands on the short line or on the straddle line, and it's just an easy kill for the player in front. But yeah, I think the lob was good. Just happened to be out.
3-1. Long.
Get a quick wait, Larry.
Go for it. You got a long. 3-1.
Go.
Timbo. Alright, let's go.
3-1. Flop. 3-1. Lock. Everybody give me white.
It's probably good. Okay. 3-1. White.
3-1.
Go.
So I think the lob was all right. I mean, it was a great lob, but you know, it didn't really seem like it didn't really do much.
Go.
He also threw some stuff. This is really hard. This is really hard. I feel like for resets, so here, Yeah, Allan shifts back, and then he just that kind of will swipe to the right of Allan, and timbo is sitting behind him on the left. That's why he either has to return that one. He either has to be on the right of him and then walk up around him, or he needs to kind of go up there. Like already, where he was on the left of Allan, he'd have to go kind of really far up. But it was just so crispy, and he reacted, I guess, like a little late.
4-1.
Because the timbo was ready for that shot.
You're the man. Keep going for your shots.
1-4.
And even if that shot did win, I think goes for the back.
Lights out.
Okay.
You're the man, bro. Keep
Maybe
going.
not. I'm sure we will.
Keep going. You're the man.
1-4.
I think a shot like that, it's fine to kill it. Like, I mean, if you really don't have it in your bag, and I don't mean that in disrespect, if you don't have it in your bag, like that's just how it is, It's fine to like do another shot, but I think it's like the lower you can get the ball, you serve it, they lob it up to you. It's kind of at a comfortable height. You can just kill it because they're in the back, right? Either you run them really fast, or you just get the kill and you just get the point. Okay. Like he does a step back too, but he doesn't kill the ball.
Block.
Yeah. I think that was a good shot. If it was a little lower, it would have been perfect.
Block.
Because if he shoots, they kind of have this like X formation, right? Where white team is here and blue team is here, and this kind of X formation. But if he shoots kind of to the right, he might kill it in front of himself again, or maybe he'll drive it, down to his left, and he has to get it because he's blocked. So he kills it in front of himself, but it's just not quite.
Block.
Great shooting looks.
1-4. 1-4. You have one serve. 1-4.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a kill opportunity there. It was kind of like a slower ball, I think, unless there was a spin on it. He took it like pretty high up. I think he could have like walked up and killed it. It's like a more aggressive play, but in this shot too, I think the second return was slower. Yeah, it's a great shot. That was like a very simple like two shot where he got lobbed back. You see Los get pushed back, and then Carlin goes up for the kill. Watch. That was perfect. That was technical.
Keep shooting.
4-1.
Yeah, so he creates like again. He just pushes the power back.
You're a shooter, baby. Keep shooting.
He's on.
4-1. Five one.
I even tried to like watch movies when I run it. Get after me, no man. Some people do it. I gotta go. Get after me. I even tried to watch movies when I run it. Get after me, no man. Some people do it. I gotta go.
So I think generally, like you know, when you watch like top one Taiwan, they hit a lot of angled shots, right? Like if Taiwan's on this side or Taiwan's on this side, they'll hit it a lot of times to the other side. And Nas and David Velez, if they're standing in the middle, they'll hit it to the middle. Or if they're standing on the left, they'll hit it to their left. Or if they're standing on the right, they'll hit it to the right. And in doubles, you just hit it to whoever's not sitting in front. But like Carlin, like every time Timbo's in front, Carlin does not hit it to Timbo. Right? And then I don't know who hit it to Allan. When Timbo's in front, Carlin does not hit it to Timbo. When Allan positions himself in front, which I think is also very smart. Veloz hits it to Allan. It's like that kill, right? And he hit it a little bit to the left, but still it was very good, right? I think there was a world where maybe someone got it because it was a little bit to the left of him. Actually, no, it was just too crispy. It was too crispy. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, no one was getting that because it's not out.
6-1.
He hit it to the left of Carlin, which kind of blocked shot. Timbo taking the now.
Timbo, you ready? 7-1.
Yep. Yeah, Timbo positioned himself for the shot, the kill.
7-1.
Like to switch up, come on, bro. Like you told me.
I think in that situation, yeah, he was getting ready for it. There's kind of like no openings here, I think, right? Because Timbo's covering 1 and 2, and support is covering 3. I think that's usually how it should always be, right? Like when the players are in the back or when they're returning the serve, power covers 1 and 2, and support covers 3. Kind of have everything covered. Maybe like if he gets like an easy kill up right in front of him, I think that's usually pretty difficult. Or if you get a real kill like right in front of your opponent, where the second pass is like right in front of them. Or like it's like there's the second pass is like right in front of their right foot. I think those are the 2 best shots. I'll say the kill right in front of the second bouncer in front of their right foot is the second best one, because we see a lot of the times like the opponent, because they're not trapped, right? They're not stuck behind the shooter. They can step up before he even makes the shot, right? And we see Allan doing that a lot. But yeah, I think like generally it's very good to kill in front of you.
Like to switch up, come on, bro.
He hit it to the left every time.
1-7.
Can we get
I don't know.
You can appeal it.
Something about feeling. Come on, boss. What is even happening?
Timbo.
I think I might have missed it.
1-7. Flop.
Yo, when you get it,
You got one serve. 1-7.
I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, I think he's had it. I was expecting something more in the right corner. So to prepare for that, he ran up a little further, right, which kind of jammed himself for that kind of the shot that was a little more left than he expected.
2-7.
I mean, you have to look at the shots, right? Like, he does have the right place. Yeah, I think that would have been a great shot, though. You know, either if it drove back to the right corner or if he just killed it out.
2-7.
Like he's more boxing him
I
out.
have to listen. Relax.
That shot is crazy.
Relax. I have to listen. Relax.
Didn't know he had a left like this. I don't know.
ya está allá, ve para allá. Shot it.
3-7.
Text me?
You know?
Flop.
Blocked a couple, but to be honest, here, if he hit it like a little lower, I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, it's
Text me?
honestly, it's kind of crazy how he even hit the shot to the left of him. Like he's standing here, the ball came to his right, he still managed to get the shot to the left, right? That means he was far up enough to get there. Ideally, he hits a little bit more left of his partner because Tempo's standing on the right. And obviously, I'm gonna say everything in hindsight with the ability to pause and watch the game because like I want to be thinking how I can ideally hit the ball as well. But yeah, you know, good shot. Oh no. Here, that was the
Text me?
yeah. I think there it could have been a little lower and a little bit more left at least.
Flop.
I think just me.
1 second, buddy.
It's a bunch of
So, there's only one game. Now,
this is not that, bro. Yeah, he definitely
there's only
did.
one game.
You see the way his left hand is swiping.
Shock. Crazy. Unexpected. They were like 3 days of great weather.
3-7.
He said hold it. No, it matter. He said hold it. It hit him on the fly. He said hold it. No, not bro. He can't split
What's the call there? Okay, so I think it hit him, and he said, "Oh, it hit me because he hold it," and they just said, "Oh, it just hit you, so it sat out." I think
7-3.
Who I like? I gotta pick one team. I would have
it's
taken
in right.
Allen.
Yeah, 'cause,
I gotta pick one team. I would have taken Allen. Pick one team.
yeah, it was very. Like, I mean, Tim was trying to jump,
Allen.
but he just happened to get like. Which, even if Timbo did get it, it's a really great reset, right? So great job by Carlin. I just need to look it up. Like, okay, I'm not for. Okay, so wait, so that's Allen. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna switch it up. This is Allan. This is Carlin. My fault.
Chino, Chino, Chino.
It's crazy that the comment happened to be there. Like the top comment about 14-15.
Don't lean on the fence because of the camera.
8-3.
I almost went through the fence.
So great shots by Carlin. I think there was one shot where Timbo had to walk all the way to the right, like this shot exactly. Where Carlin, actually no, Allan is killing in front of Carlin. Right, Allan is killing in front of Carlin, and Timbo has to rush over to get it. Great hit by Timbo. He drives him all the way over to the left. Right, it feels a little bit more to the right. I mean, it was perfectly in the left so that Lowe's can't get it, but then Timbo happened to get it, so that's why. Yeah, this is a great shot because Lowe's is standing to the right. Carlin, I think this shot is great because 1 is covered, 3 is covered, 2 is actually the least covered. Timbo's just a beast. But again, this entire area is covered because Timbo's in the front, right? When Allan is shooting the ball, Timbo's in the front. So I think 3 is a great shot. It pushes him out, and then let's say he pushes out, goes to here, he can go for a shot down his left or a lob because Timbo's in front. He lob it down the back to left.
That's okay, that's okay.
8-3. Hold it. 8-3.
Showing crispy like fresh.
9-3.
Yeah, I know. Work. I should have let it bounce.
Yeah, let me work.
Not part of the conversation, but
3-9.
another great shot. He had to turn.
Not the ref.
Oh.
Ready to serve. We don't have time for this. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We don't have time.
What is going on, bro? Play the game. With all due respect, I'm just saying, like, I love the Ouch.
Thank you, Larry.
9-3. Go.
So, that was textbook as well. He kills it in front of his partner to the left because they have that X formation. It does not X formation doesn't matter, but Allan's in front of Los.
Well, I thought he was right. Just move up.
Yeah, and Timbo's complaining like, why don't you move up? Like, why are you behind him?
10-3.
Okay. I mean, that's the thing, like, I think it is correct for him to move up. Like, what do you get really from like watching right here? Because let's say you're worried about like this opening, right? That you think Timbo might not be able to cover. Because Timbo still has a left, right? He can cover like this much. Okay. So let's say like this is 1 and then 1.5 and then 1.2, right? And then there's 3. Okay. So Timbo's covering 2 and 3 because this is his half of the court. And you can cover 1.5 if you also walk up in front. Right? If you walk up in front, then you can cover this shot when it comes down to your right, or when it goes down to the corner or kill in front of the partner. You're also ready for that. I think standing here is only correct if you think he's gonna like hit a crazy ass lob behind. That really has something. I think it is correct.
10-3.
Again. Maybe I see a different over. Here, he kills it. Maybe down like the right, like right down to his right foot. Doesn't really matter. Great shot. Let's see if he can capitalize. Man, if he killed in front of Timbo, I think it would have been fried crispy chicken, bro. If he hits the ball like here, the ball dies out in front of Timbo right there. But then he hits it right down. But Allan kind of hits another setup, and then here turns it to Allan again, even though Timbo was in front for both shots. Okay, and that shot, Timbo was in front again, right? I think this shot is better, right? Carlin just happens to get it out, and he doesn't hit it down the left, which I think he could have because, right here. Okay, here. Opening 1, 2, 3, right? And 1 is coming. Exposed. So either he kills it down here or he drives it down the left. And he has like the box out. I think if he hits it kind of a drive, he can get it. He can walk behind him and get it. But I think a kill here better. I understand I don't know. I don't see him hitting these kind of shots. Like, not any disrespect to him at all, but it's probably just not like in his bag. I know handball's a split second game, but I think the left shot would have been good. Let's go. First time out, sure. And also, like, he doesn't kill. Actually, killing in front of him would also be a mistake because Allan is so close to him. And maybe they can get another box out because Carlin's still to the right of Timbo. So if he kills in front of Timbo, Allan is going to slam it down the right corner. And Timbo is completely boxed out. So I think a lob there to reset is not a bad idea, right? To get like kind of a better shot, better positioning. And, if you're not too comfortable with the left shot, I think the lob is fine. Just happened to go out.
You stay right. Oh, people, I don't see it.
Let's go, guys.
11.
First serve 11-3.
I know a place to go.
11-3.
Eat some pizza right now. Good shots. Good shots. Like I said, bro, this guy's underhand is absolutely insane. I think so.
12-3.
Like there. And I think he jams. I kind of popped up. When he asked me to punch me, maybe he just means that. I do want to say yes.
I hear you want to hear me out. I'm going back to the fight. 12-3. At 12-3. Lock. 12-3.
So you can be up. Yeah, you can see these. Still playing on Peter yesterday and double.
Lock.
Okay, I realize that
It's like oh,
spin even when his character.
12-3.
I was thinking like, okay, because they're both on the outside. If you shoot it down the middle, right, kind of to the left of Carlin, you push him back, and then maybe you can also get a good shot either in front of yourself or down the left side. If he goes straight for the left side, and he's not able to get it. I wasn't expecting that. I haven't watched this part up to this part of the game. I think the left shot was crazy. I would have been expecting maybe a middle shot, but yeah, I was great. Like he grabs. He has like a little like it's not like actually no, he just I think he did fly. It just doesn't seem like you have like the aim to get.
I could play in the 18 under. Oh no, only over.
Just doing the 18 under.
I'll lose in that one for sure. It might win the trophy.
I think he was like, bro. I was good. Let's see one more. He definitely moved, bro.
You didn't see him like this?
Wait.
I love that one. I said,
No, what happened?
It's a block. Let's go.
I don't know. They shot back in,
You're
bro.
going to have to put on a glove. There's a block ball. Losa's going to have to put on a glove. Let's go already. 14-3.
Wait, what? Oh, was that a moving call? I was fucking with that.
You're going to have to put on a glove. There's a block ball. Losa's going to have to put on a glove.
I don't even understand that. I don't really.
Had it short, but when they 14-3.
He did a little more active. Actually, that's not active.
Side out.
Oh, he didn't make that one? Oh, yeah, no.
Side out.
Shot was great, though, because timbo was standing to the right. So now,
3:15.
3:15 was great. never seen it. You guys are very good. Wow, let's see what happened there. Yeah, great shot.
315.
He's blocking timbo. So that was much of this together.
Just move up. Yeah, that's perfect over there. Thank you.
415.
You know, like, other than positioning, just hitting the crispy ass fucking over is very good. They get pushbacks and now Timber's in the back. Okay, sure. Great. I thought he might have hit it in front of himself, but kind of like trying to put jam and pushing back exactly right. Because, like, if it was like a very comfortable shot, let's say he was like a little further. I mean, it's like a high ball, right? So when it's a high ball, it's hard to like kill it because when you hit it at that height, it's gonna bounce up. It's gonna pop up right to him. Okay. So what he does instead of trying to like go for some kind of impossible kill, I mean, I'm sure it's possible, right? Just not in any way that I can comprehend if you could kill it in front of yourself because he's in front. But instead, he pushes it to Carlin and pushes him back, jams him.
I'm scared the wind is going to push it forward.
In another world where timber doesn't play it correctly, let's say the shot is too slow or he hits it like a little higher. I see another world where Carlin does the crispy underhand and rolls in for himself and Lewis does again. Or like not Lewis.
You see how it's like this? Sometimes it's like
515.
now it's more.
515.
And I think Timbo is right. There kind of is no reason for him to be standing like there. Right? Right, like this guy is not gonna get a lob. You see, because he has a great angle of vision in this guy, and he's hitting like an underhand shot. You need to start moving up. Like this guy is not really gonna be hitting like any crazy lobs, and even if he does, you need to step up. You can get off the fly, get a higher shot. But yeah, like you need to cover 2 and 3, and you leave it exposed if you stand behind. But if you step over in front, you cover 2 and 3 because you're in front. So, and he wasn't ready for that shot because he was behind. I think it's not correct to be behind. I mean, definitely, I was hit a great shot. Like, I'm not any diss at all to Los. Just talking about ideally. That's it. Just
15-5.
Okay. Was it good? I don't think so. Oh no, it was great. Actually, the was so you see that like 1 is covered, and he's kind of blocking Allan, so you can't get it to the left. I think the shot was great. Hits it above himself over his own right shoulder. Like, this is a kind of shot that I think is, pretty genius. Not pretty genius, but it's like a shot that I really admire. It's kind of like simple, but in a creative way. You see him in front, so you just lob it. But it's not really a lob. It's kind of more like a fast drive.
What I started in
15-5.
Yeah, I don't know if Tim was going that way. I don't think that if he landed. I mean, actually, there was a little bit of concept until. Actually, no, I don't think if he was like crispy tail, he would not be back. Like, there's a world where the bounce up is not that great.
No, that's not me.
5-15.
I know.
15-5.
Nothing so far.
Good game, too.
I'll go back to score.
Okay. Okay, great switch. Great. So, I mean, before, I didn't have anything to say. He was most just missed 2 balls. Here, this balls. Okay, let's lose that. He has here 2 balls.
Good game, too.
I'll go back to score.
Great drive. Right, so I think this was a great shot because it put Carlin in the back, which didn't matter. Carlin has a low shot, a low returns in. And Allan here, even though the right side is completely exposed, he just doesn't. Just picks up. Right. You can tell he didn't have much space, much options. Los's body was blocking it, and he picked it up on the first bounce. He just did the right space. And there he tried to hit where Carlin was standing on the edge. So getting that angle, and then Timbo, let's say he was sitting here, I think. Where Tim was standing to the left of Carlin. So getting that angle shot is pretty good. He just happened to do it. Great.
15-5.
Nasty out.
Great shot. And that's just what looks me. When I'm playing doubles, I hit a shot up, and it's kind of maybe I'm trying to push them back or just get into position. But the first bounce is, after it gets onto the wall, they just hit it off the fly, and it's just a crispy, comfortable high feel. It gets into the last
16-5. Lock. 16-5. Lock.
There he came in from that. I think he might have been better.
Lock.
That's also maybe
16-5.
That's also just too bad. Was that moving either? Oh no, it's because he was pushed. As he moved, he was punished.
17-5. Black swing. Block. You got one serve. Hold it. 17-5.
Oh, no, no.
The timbo he tries to kill him from this point. Pretty good. And that creates this position. Oh my god. Close it. 3 times in a row.
18-5.
But I think because Timbo's on the left side and Lewis is kind of behind him, either hard on the right. So where's my mouse? Hard on the right out here. It's like if he gets if Allan hits a very wide shot, this 3.5 or the 1.8 right down his right would have gotten a good push on either pushing him out here or pushing him down here. If you push him out here, you get a pretty crispy shot in front of your partner to his left. Or if he gets pushed here, you get another crispy shot down to the right. Whether he returns it to Allan, and which Allan gets another crispy shot with more angle, or if Lewis returns it, he's here and returns it to Carlin. Carlin just gets a kill either in front of himself to his right, or he just hits it on the right.
19-5. Back swing.
Oh, is that I think the medals are so long.
19-5.
It's just standing he was blocking he was in the front.
Did you see the ball skid?
I hit the shot.
Did you see the ball skid? It's a point.
That was a ball. I went like this 6 moves. It jumped right up into my hand.
Come on the right short, sorry. Allan, let's go. 20 serves 5. Side out. 520. 520.
No kill there. I'm not sure if it's a little bit out there. I'm there's this one second.
I reacted like on the middle.
I want to try.
620.
Gets in front of himself again. Great shot. He gets him in front of the left. He owns in front of the right. Hits it. Great shot. This way. He kind of does so he pushes him to the left as well. a little bit. Here, he hits the shot to the left. Right. If he hits a shot in front of him now, right, timbo, he steps to the left, and he also steps again to the right, and then he can't hit to himself again. Now he hits it to the left, pushes him there, and then he hits it back. And he also does it with the kills over too. I mean, you know how like time to react.
What position is that?
Just took it right off the wall, just killed him. Nice position.
620.
That's a great analogy.
Now this player's in front. His partner's in front. But you really saw like he killed Allan was killing in front of himself. I think the first 2 shots because he was the one in front, and the second that his partner stepped up, he started hitting over to his partner. Like it's a, I don't know if this is on purpose, but.
Did you make it?
Yeah,
26. Yes.
So timbo goes in front of himself. He's in front. Allan picks up the ball. I mean, Carlin picks up the ball because Allan is not position. His ball's out to the left. And Lowe's hits it back to them. He uses his left. Yeah. I want to hit it. Right?
21-6. Second server, 21-6.
Careful leaning on the fence because the camera's tight. It'll like flop forward. Thank you.
Right behind you, Carlin.
Damn, Carlin.
22-6. 22-6.
Use it to the right. Hey, that's good.
I want to see that tape. You already know I don't gotta tell you.
I see it.
My wife got it.
622. Black ball. 622.
I think he killed it. Yeah.
622.
No, he downed it. Yeah, he's second. Great. You know, they're both in front. He hits to his partner. He's standing to the left, I think. Yep. He hits it over to the right. Right. The ball went angled this way. Right. The first bounce was here. Second bounce was coming over here. Team was sending to the left. He doesn't have the right position for it. Great. No, the hell?
22-6. 22-6.
I got first. But he makes it look so simple. He makes it look so simple.
It was so close, I didn't want to close it.
22-6. Yes. Hold it. No, all right. Because you hit him with the ball. That's why I thought he got 2 serves. 22-6.
Nope.
22-6.
Ball, back, ball. I can dare you. He was also no he did a shift to the left because he thought Carlin would hit to the left, so he took 1 step and wasn't ready for the shot that was going kind of down the left.
23-6.
Yeah, of course he did. Angle. So I don't know if this was intentional, right? But Timbo stepped up in front. So a regular shot, right? If Timbo's in the back, right, he stays in the back. Allan, before he hit a shot where the second bounce is like right here, to the right of Carlin. But when Timbo stepped in front, he hit an even wider shot instead of this kind of shot. Hit an even wider shot, so that Timbo steps in front, and he needs to do actually a few more steps, and then he can't get the ball.
You didn't see that though? Larry, you didn't see that? Hey. Ask you a question. You see that?
I didn't see it.
I'm going to run for the ball.
Just
And I told you to make a call, and I would ask the ref. Asking you if you see it. I didn't see it. Also, I would have said something. I didn't see it.
I don't know.
Let's go, guys. Championship point 36.
What is the holy call?
Championship point 36.
He's gonna come.
Second server. Championship point 36.
Great shot.
Wrap it up, baby.
I'm gonna watch that one. Easy. Yeah.
Wrap it up, baby.
Okay. Since I'm here. Now I have time for a second game.
You ready? 0-0. 1-0.
I think this is a much more fast-paced, aggressive game, but there's more kills. I watched this game. It's harder for me to keep up. Like I think for the Timbo game that I just watched, like you just started to see a pattern. Like by the end, I felt like, wow, this guy is actually on another level. There's actually levels to this shit. But I think every game is different, and when you're playing different people, you need to see different styles. I feel like Allan was kind of just a machine. So was Carlin. Timbo played very well as well. And I think he's probably most definitely a great player and infinitely times better than I am. But just comparatively, relatively, he was playing as well. But let's watch this game and see how it goes. Good shot. He hits it right. But
One long.
I think Gary
4-0.
just took that shot as for his body or Vincent has it.
5-0.
The same thing, right?
Outside.
I really remember who wins this game, but great textbook shot by Gary. Great kills.
2-5. Four, 5. Serving 4.
Yeah, Loki, the difference between this kind of play style and Carlin play style is like, I think Gary is kind of hitting. To his point. But I think one thing that is incorrect, he hit there Stanley. But the thing when you have more angle on your shot, you give the ball more travel time. Right? So you want it to like drop more. If you hit it like right in front of you, it's gonna pop up. But when you give it like a wider angle, it's gonna pop up less. Right? Because the angle is wider, but from a height standpoint, it's also like less wide. Right? There's like a trade-off. So when you drop it from your hand right in front of you, the angle is a lot higher, and that's going to create more pop-ups. So when you're going for like a really crispy kill, the more angle, the lower it's going to be.
Lock ball.
Great shot.
Four, 5. Heads up. 5-7-4. Short. 5-4.
The what word? I think that was good. Pretty good shot. A good down the line, kind of like. I wouldn't really say it's definitely not a box out, but he's kind of stuck while you're taking the shot. And also he wasn't looking back, so good shot.
6-4. One long. 6-4. Yep, lock ball. 6-4.
Yeah, Stanley loves those shots where he hits it right down to his body. Okay. I mean, even if Vincent hit the shot, Stanley would have picked it up. Probably would have hit it down. force a little to the middle. Alright, let me see what just happened there. So here, he takes the ball, right? Stanley, he goes over to the right to take the ball. And he hits it to the left. And then Gary hits it down the left corner. Or the left side.
Delay of game. 4. Dead ball. 4.
Assuming there's a ball called. Okay. There. I think Stanley could have returned that, but you know, Gary did hit a pretty good shot. I think if Stanley was looking and he was ready for it, he would have returned the shot. It went to him. The positioning was not pretty sure. I think he just was caught lacking a little bit. Right, so there, right, Gary drives him back to the right corner. The ball comes over, and he kills it. Not really like right in front of him, but sort of like a good distance away from Stanley. And it's so low that he kills because he's all the way in the back. Yeah, and he gets like a comfortable shot. He just walks up and kills it. Walk up and kill it. Very. Okay, outside. I think it's good. It's a good shot though. Yeah, that'll push Vincent back. And he's getting jammed. They do a switch. And it's Stanley. Crazy. It's a roller as well. And that's his jokes. Sounded pretty good though. Yeah, I think it was good.
Hold on. Let me get ready. 7-6. Nine, 6.
So Stanley did the same thing there, but there he didn't get punished for it because Gary didn't jump. It's like I think like at that point it's fine because you have some sort of you have a level of core awareness. You see that they're in the back, right? Moving up, and it's like how Tao he just goes for aggressive shots. You're not giving your opponent time to react, and you know that you're hitting it low enough. It's crispy. So and you can hear the footsteps too. So I don't think that's a mistake at all by Stanley. Could have been, but it wasn't. So does here. So at that shot, Vincent blocks himself. He blocks himself off by shooting the ball towards his right. The right is completely open, but he had to kind of like he tried to get like the ball up. If he was a little bit more to the left in a more comfortable position, he could choose where to place the ball. Definitely, you shoot it down the right is fried chicken. Yeah, I think there he tried to kill the first one. Good shot. And he takes it. He punishes Stanley. Because Stanley's on the floor. And he's a little too far back for the ball. So he needs to kind of dive from the ball. Like, again. It kind of goes towards the middle line. And he has a wider stance, so he's not able to adjust as well. Like, back left. Okay, I see it. Especially.
7.
I do want to say before here, hitting to the left.
7.
I think. Great shot.
10-7.
Good shots. Outside pick.
Yep, block ball. Good. Over.
Tries to come from himself. Has to shoot it a little bit.
11.
Gets to choose it right back out. Alright, now we see 5. Sure, take it. Okay, so he chooses the right using both his weapon. Not like, you know, this. It's just right. You see like that wide ass stance that Gary takes as he kills the ball. Right. So the thing is, it's hard for the power to get there, Stanley, because he's first of all, it's a wide ass stance. And the ball kind of dies. The second mouse is right between his legs. Actually, yeah, the second mouse is like right between his legs, a little bit behind. So Stanley can't get there. And also, he can't get there because this guy is side by side with Gary. And the opening is also pretty tight. If Vincent was up a little bit more, then Max could get there. Right? He could just cut through. Maybe. But it's just a great shot.
11.
So Stanley did try to see. Good read on that shit. Now, I think Gary's second man. Gary, great.
Outside.
Over. 11 up.
I think it would have been a good shot. Like, there. I don't know if you saw it, but, you know, if Stanley saw this, but Max was kind of blocking Vincent a little bit. If he had, like, a shot towards the right, you know, it is a little bit awkward for Vincent because let's say he wants to take a diagonal path, right? So he wants to take a diagonal path here. Max is blocking him a little bit. It just makes it that much more awkward. He's kind of go around him. And those like 1 or 2 extra steps gonna be and it also could lead to a setup. And now he's kind of like
11 up.
it's a great shot.
11 up.
Another
11.
one. In front of it, actually. He was looking for a push shot.
You ready?
I
11,
just to get
12.
him off the court, basically, like, you know, in the rally. I think it's very good. Good.
Oh, keep running.
They both went to the right. Like we see Gary there, he took the ball. I don't know how actually they had the teamwork to decide that Gary would get that ball because Vince is still completely still, even though I think that was definitely his ball.
Oh, keep
Yeah, and
running.
they get punished because both of them were on the right. Okay, looking good. Let's see.
Live ball.
Live ball.
12 up.
Another ball from the right. The left is open.
Dead ball. 12 up.
Just block ball.
Like that, exactly.
Different.
Let the call go.
Okay, pushes into the left. Right is kind of open. You know, killing in front of himself would be good there. I think he downs the ball. Okay, here. He's aiming for the player that's down. And then I think he also tries to go for a kill in front of himself, or like some ball in front of himself, but he gets a little jammed. See him do this. Okay, Stanley is trying to harass them. And he tries to punish on the left, but you know, unfortunately he downs it.
One long.
The ball is definitely trash.
13,
He
12.
keeps pushing them to the right. Right, either getting Vincent, but then he capitalized on the fact that Gary goes there as well, so they're both on the right.
One long.
I mean, I think that's the thing, like, you know, of course, Gary and Stanley are such great players. I'm sure Vincent and Max are good too, but it seems like the powers are being extremely aggressive. They're going to take on like almost every single ball. And that leads to, like, you know, you can punish when the power and the support are both on the right side, when the power is taking the ball from the support.
13, 12.
And sometimes, you know, the power that, you know, they end up taking the ball and it becomes like a roller, it's a rally. Sometimes they don't. And then they get punched.
One more. Hold.
More for a job.
12, 13.
So he kills in front of himself, goes through his legs, Gary returns it. He's hitting up. He's in front of his partner, Vincent. Because Vincent walks up. Right there. I don't know if that's sleeping, okay? he walks up to block the fuck out of Max, even though it's Gary's shot. Alright, that is some top tier teamwork, bro. Isolation has got to be so illegal. Like, it happens so naturally and so fluidly that, you know, it slips through the radar, but like that with the ball.
Is he gonna get called a short team?
Crazy, bro.
12, 13.
Like you don't call it because like, oh, the kill is so crispy, you think, oh, the shot was just great, and then you ignore that there's like a big ass dude just walking in front of you.
Yeah. Don't sit up.
Okay, the power on that shot was just so insane. Just jamming him, and I think he was preparing for a shot on the right because the middle is very exposed, and you see him looking at the right angle towards the right, and then Stanley hit a shot to the left, and even if he returns it, right, and Stanley now, like, Gary returns it, let's see if he did, Stanley has the whole middle open, so he can kill it either with a little bit of angle, right, with his left. Let's say it goes to his right, he can shoot it down the right. Shoot it down the middle. But if it does go to his right, he can get a kill in front of his partner because Vincent in the back on the left, or he can hit a shot over here. Let's say, like we discussed earlier, if Vincent walks up, then he can hit an angled shot on the right and kind of drive it with a wide angle past Vincent. So I think that left shot was really great, and it provided him so many options. If the volley didn't end here, it would have ended the shot after.
Adam, break him.
14, 13.
Let's go.
13, 14.
13, 14. They're kind of, I guess, they're trying to jam him, and Vincent hits it up again. He doesn't hit it right? Like if he takes a step, or yeah, if he takes a step to the right, I can see a world where he hits it to the left, and Stanley will most likely return most of the shots. But if he takes like a bigger step and he gets like a very wide angle on the left, he could definitely undervalue there. But that is very, very difficult, especially when you're trying to at that height. And he wasn't like
14.
super clean
14.
blocks.
Lock ball. 14.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eye. I'm gonna go back.
Lock ball. 14.
Pushes him to the right. Great shot.
15, 14.
So he boxes off Gary. He hits the shot. It goes right down to the side. And Vince is a little bit off to the right. He's also a little bit behind. So he's unable to get the kill. Right. I think that was kind of like one of the best shots. Because then he'd have to, like, if he did get it, it'd be a kind of awkward, just defensive pickup on his left. If Stanley heads it to the right corner, then it goes to Vincent. It goes straight to Vincent. So
One long. 15, 14.
15 close game, bro. I don't even remember who wins. I want to say like Gary, because Gary's doing so many great shots. Crazy spike from Gary that pushes him to the side, and Stanley is actually ready for it. Like, the angle is not super wide, but it is a great shot, and also pushes them back. Right? There's two things to it. You know, it pushes him off to the side, and pushes him back and off to the side. So then he hits like a kill. Right? Very technically well executed because it's a hard shot on the left. He's moving on the shot and just puts it down with his left.
16.
I love that.
16.
There's a fly on my leg.
16.
20.
16.
Could have been punished. You'll never know. Good shot. So he didn't hit to the left, even though his partner, like, you know, he was boxing it off Stanley and the other person back. He doesn't hit it to the left. Vincent hits it up, which I think is not good. And there, he doesn't hit it to the right, even though he's kind of like, you know, because if he did hit it to the right, you know, he's stuck here. He needs to wait until Vincent takes a shot. And also his partner is in the back, right? And also, you know, if you knew now like that they switched, I think there maybe he was going for the left, right? Because I think the left shot is also very good because he's stuck in the middle. I think any angle shot would be good, but the left angle is actually wider because, you know, the ball's a little bit to the right. The left angle is wider than the right angle. I think it's a good shot, but it's just
14, 16.
Two options there. Okay. Pushes him to the left and he also
15, 16.
just missed the ball.
Yep. 16.
Screen. Let's see this place here.
16.
So he hits it up. Did Max get it? I think so, right? Okay. And Max, it's just because Gary was in the back, right? Just covering every ball. I think if Vincent was like a little bit more to the left, you know, Gary could have walked up. Than Stanley, but I don't know. It's very difficult to say. I don't care.
16.
Yeah. Not too much power, but just a drop. Nice shot. Okay, Gary.
16, 18. Yep. 18.
So he's boxing Gary out. You can look at his stance. He knows what he's doing, right? And I think the thing is, Gary could have gotten that, but you see that after Gary takes a shot, he doesn't move. He kind of stays still for it. I think if he had taken one extra step before Stanley took that shot, Gary could have been there, right? But he stood still for a second.
18.
Okay, so now the left's open, but he hits the right. Pushes them a little bit less to the right. Now they're both on the right. Now they're both on the right. But hits the right. Short. Okay.
18, 16.
The ball was a little too forward, I think, for him.
Screen. Yep. Oh. 18, 16.
You know, just as a random story, there's one guy I played with. He's really good. His name is Ben. I love that guy. He's mad funny. He's playing against Stanley recently at Grand Street. And, you know, I don't hear much from Stanley ever. Well, I never talked to him. I met him once at a tournament. But I don't hear much about him. But yeah, Ben still lost. And I don't know how old Stanley is, but Stanley's the GOAT, bro. Second net. I think that's also awesome.
19, 16.
This shit is sick. So good.
I'm gonna win you this game.
I'm gonna win you this game.
Sorry, Gary. Man. You ready, Vincent? 16, 19.
16, 19. Point strike.
19.
I don't know. He didn't say 16 or 17. There was one there. In the first call. Okay. Trust his partner, trust the jam. And then he gets like a small little setup. Yeah, he gets a shot.
19.
Something bad is happening outside there.
19.
Like there's some crazy zoom right now. It's in terms of shot. Great shot. Like the thing is that Max stays still for a second. He's not looking at the ball. And he also steps back. I don't know what he's stepping back for. But he steps back for a second and then Gary hits it down to the right. It's a very nice shot, well executed. And the angle is great. You see that? If Max was standing out here instead of here, he would have had a much easier time getting that ball. But he was standing here and he took a step back, so he was fried.
Yeah.
Good call. So he hits it, you know, kind of just a positioning shot. Gary hits it to the left. So here, what would Gary do? I think Gary's going to try to kill him from the side. Oh, never mind. I'm like, okay. So what happened there? Did he jam him? I think it's nice just not making a mistake. I think there's a world there where if Max was like a slightly like, oh, okay, just ideally, I think that because it was kind of a low ball, Max could just kill in front of himself. He's in front of Vincent, and they're both kind of far back, and Gary's, on the left side. So,
Point serving 19.
wow, great comeback. Crazy game, bro. Crazy game. And I get to watch Stanley versus Kadeem the next time I come back. Okay, it's 3:17. I need to go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Thank you for listening.